So it's 9:30 in the morning. We got up, we ate breakfast, we put down our tents, packed up our bags. I filtered water, and I am not on a trail. So we're gonna go to Cowhead Saddle, and from Cowhead Saddle, we're gonna pick up Manning Camp. So behind me is the basin that we slept in last night, Juniper Basin. It's awesome up here. It's below us opens into a big canyon draining this basin. We have to walk up and out of here to Tanque Verde Peak, then to a pass, from the pass onto Manning Camp. Our walk from Juniper Basin to Manning Camp turned out to be a bit longer than we calculated. That said, we got some of the most beautiful views out towards Tucson. We got to bag a peak in there. We'll talk about that a bit later. And I wish we had more time on the route up from Cowhead Saddle to Manning Camp, because it was superbly gorgeous up there and the climate was amazing. Yesterday we ended up at about 6,000 feet, and today we got to get to about 8,200 feet, 8,000 feet at Manning Camp, somewhere in there. So we are approaching Tanque Verde Peak. I think that was 2.5 or 2.6 miles from Juniper Basin, where we slept. I don't know why, but this initial part of the hike to Tanque Verde Peak seemed like it took forever, and we kept going up and up. Little did we know we had to go way back down later on. Additionally, when we made it to Tanque Verde Peak, there was a trail runner who had started at Javelina Trailhead that morning and was doing it in one day. It had to be like 20 plus miles of hiking for him. Tanque Verde Peak isn't gonna let me just walk right up it. There's a few little rocks and things here we have to make our way around, and we'll be at the top. Up top at Tanque Verde Peak, 7,049 feet. Mark cooked his dinner up here. Where's your stove? Check that out. He brought his stove up here. That's cool. What are you eating? Oh, you're eating ramen.
Ramen.
Oh, that looks really good. We're leaving the Tanque Verde Peak area. We're gonna head over to Cowhead Saddle. This then leads on up to Manning Camp. Snow up here, just a little bit of snow. That's super cool. It's with great remorse that I have to say we're descending around 1,000 feet down to Cowhead Saddle, and then we got to come back up that 1,000 feet. At this point in the trail, we are heading down from Tanque Verde Peak, and every step forward, we kind of hesitated because we knew that each step forward was farther down that we would have to come back up to get to Manning Camp. That said, the climate and the geography completely changed. It became more desert-like, and you could see some views off in the distance that are quite spectacular. And it was a very interesting saddle to come across. Very wide and a long walk, but very interesting. Pretty well in the saddle right now. I imagine it's just on the other side here is where the trail marker is. And the views are really awesome in here, despite we had to come down like a good 1,000 feet or so to get on the saddle. We're gonna have to make that back up. Ooh. So back up behind me right here, we came over that, and it was a little bit higher at Tanque Verde Peak. Well, we're on a ridge in the big saddle, and we're coming to the top of it. We got to go back down across the drainage here, and then hopefully we will be at the saddle where the trailhead is. Pass. This pass divides the Rincons from the Catalina Mountains. I've drove across it several times. You need a truck, not four-wheel drive or anything, but a truck, and it's a pretty fun drive. This is it. We're making our way down to the saddle, and from here we have to climb. It's going to be a pretty big workout to get to the top. Now we have to go back up to the top of this ridge in front of us. That's where the camp is. We have to head up this way. We're at 6,100 feet, and Manning Camp is right at 8,000 feet. So 2,900 feet to go up, over around 4 miles. We're really having to put in a pretty good pace. It's getting late, but we came from up there, right up there. That was Tanque Verde Peak. And we're making back up the elevation. So Mark had really thought that we're only a couple miles from Manning Camp, and all day long we kind of looked forward to zipping up this hillside and, well, mountainside and onto Manning Camp. But it turned out we were 4 miles away and several thousand feet up. So when we had planned to just crash at this point, we're all tired. Mark even was like, hey, maybe we should just go to a different campsite, even though our permit was for up there. However, I didn't want to do that. I really want to get up there and spend some good time at Manning Camp. It's a really neat place. Starting to hear the night insect sounds and things as the day is starting to wind to an end, and we want to get to camp before the sun goes down. We're about a mile from Helen's Dome. In that mile we have to make up all the rest of the elevation just about. I can see Helen's Dome, our objective. Once we get there, there's a trail marker that goes to Manning Camp. We were in a low desert before, and now we're in a alpine meadow below Helen's Dome, and this is absolutely beautiful. There's quite a little bit of snow. You know, next time I come up here, I hope to take more time on the hike up from Cowhead Saddle to Manning Camp. It was extraordinarily beautiful, but we were just trying to blast right through this to beat the sunset. We're 0.6 miles from Manning Camp. We made it to the fork, and it should be smooth sailing over to there. Really tired again and very thirsty. There's water at Manning Camp, thank God. Oh, we're rolling into Manning Camp without a minute to spare here. We got to get our gear set up, get something to eat, and then crash. I'm exhausted, holy cow. The world's first movie.
You eating marshmallows?
No. I'm gonna eat some rice and beans, then we're gonna have popcorn, and I'm drinking apple cider right now. So this is like the lap of luxury. This is pretty spectacular.
Yeah. Doesn't get better than this.
Not really. You know, it sucks when you don't have a fire, but then when you start a fire, it all goes away.
Yeah.
Too bad we couldn't get it to work last night at Juniper Flats. We just went to bed, or Juniper Basin, whatever that is. I'm gonna have some freeze-dried food here. I've never had this one. It's Backpacker's Pantry. And then we have Jiffy Pop if the fire keeps going. What are you having for dinner?
Chicken and rice.
Oh, that sounds good. So I got the boiling water in my freeze-dried food here. Got to wait 15 minutes for that to cook up. And I'm going to add this apple cider to the leftover water. That should be pretty good. See how this Jiffy Pop does.
Is this stuff normally campfire, or is this something you do at home in the microwave?
No, it's for the campfire.
Oh.
Well, I'm in my tent. I'm gonna get in my bed for the night and sleep well. And then I think we're, one more night back here. This is a trick I learned many years ago. These are called hot hands. They're chemical warmers. Typically put them in your boots or your gloves. But you can use these and throw them in your sleeping bag up here. They're really light and it feels awesome. It works really good. Man, I'm tired. I put my head down. It's really catching up with me. This morning I'm eating oatmeal. Good stuff, I guess, right? Mark is eating
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal. This has to be the world's nicest pit toilet. It's even got a sink in it. We got here at 5:30 last night. It was too dark to really make much of a film. We put our campfire together, and we had left Juniper Basin at around 9:30 in the morning. It took us quite a while to get here. It's with some regret that our day rolled to an end at Manning Camp. We rolled out quite late on this morning, something like 10 or 10:30, and then we saw the sights on top of Micah Mountain. This mountain is extraordinary. It's out of this world. All kinds of beautiful sights. There's what I would call not $1 million view, but once in a lifetime views. It was just an incredible adventure. Probably the highlight of the trip, though day 4 was extraordinary as well. Now I hope you can join us on day 3. I'll be releasing that video on my YouTube channel here within the next few days. And I just want to make note, I am not a professional hiker. I love doing this, but I have to thank my clients. I'm a real estate agent that afford me a little time every now and again where I can have a little adventure like this. So if you are looking to move, make sure to look me up. My name is Matthew Jaski, and you can find me at keys2az.com. That's keys2arizona.com. There'll be more info on this and the hike in the description below this video. I'm back here behind Manning Camp. There's a creek that flows through here. Gonna pump some water and filter it. This is a fantastic spot to fill my water bottle. There's a little dam here from back in the day. It still seems to be good. I always have a hard bottle too in case that bladder breaks. It's also easier to fill up the hard bottle when you're pumping water. And I use this Sawyer bag filter system, which you have to work for your water. It's kind of cumbersome to use, but it works. I used to carry a pump, but those weigh more, and more importantly, they take up a ton of room in the backpack. Well, I'm gonna top off this bottle and then I'm gonna head out of here. So we're now leaving Manning Camp. It is 10:30 in the morning. We had a luxurious morning with the campfire and lots to eat. And this is Manning Camp. It's a pretty luxurious place. I believe it used to be a family getaway for the Manning family when it would get hot outside in the summer. They're ranchers, and that's part of the Saguaro National Park. People ride their horses up here, so there's a horse corral. There's a little ramada by the cabin. I don't know if the cabin's open or not. I've never been in it. Mark has. You can come in here and eat your dinner or what have you. So you just put that filter on there, huh?
Yeah.
Works pretty good. You don't have to pump it or squeeze it or whatever.
Yeah. Just
Fill and go. Okay, there's the trailhead marker, the little informational piece on Manning Camp. I don't know what Mark's doing, but we're getting ready to leave. We gotta get to our next campsite.